Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taking a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Deuce right, Chief. 808. White Monday down.
A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. In on the stop there, Andrew Sendejo.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Lynch. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
And Carr's going to keep it himself. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now this time Carl throw. He's going to rifle one deep left, and that's caught inside the 30. That all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Darren Waller, 65 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
Carlson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Let's go, let's go.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Cousins to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
To throw, Cousins. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 62 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to rifle up. And this is caught at the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
6:37.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. A first down throw for Cousins. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 46 yards. And the Vikings are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. And that'll set him back 5. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Throwing, Cousins. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Carr now already over 150 yards through the air in the opening quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. In the game, 4 of them to the right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Off the play fake, Cousins. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Well, with that incompletion, let's look back, Charles, to the NFC title game. We had 2 excellent conference championship games, but on the NFC side, the Rams winning in overtime thanks to Greg Zuerlein. He had 2 huge kicks, but that was really overshadowed because afterwards, obviously, everyone talking about the no call.
Yeah, and we should be talking about Legatron. A 48-yarder to get them to overtime. The 57-yarder to win it in overtime. He should be the guy who should be exalted right now, but you're exactly right. Nick.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 30, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, 82 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. To throw is Cousins. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Hey, 7:34.
To throw is Carr. And this one is incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the upcoming Super Bowl, so many storylines, but one that obviously grabs you. Sean McVay just turned 33 January 24th. Youngest coach ever to take a team to the Super Bowl. Double that age for Bill Belichick, who's 66. And, Charles, that's the largest gap between coaches in Super Bowl history.
Yeah, and when you think about it, obviously the age comes into play. But to me, it's more the experience. The number of times that the Patriots have gone to the Super Bowl with Belichick.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Danielle Hunter in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on third down.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on fourth down. They do go for it. It's Carr. Going deep here for Bryant. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. And out now come the Vikings. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. They'll run with Cook, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
We got three, fellas, we got three. Hey, yo.
Cousins now on second down. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And they got the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for it. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43.
694.
Carr gives to Marshawn. And he's got room. 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. More from Minneapolis after this. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And this is caught at the 8. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Cousins now. Flushed out right. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
All right, now here we go.
On third down, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 48 yards. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
They'll throw again. Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Aldrick Robinson, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Martavis Bryant. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Martavis Bryant with what will be called a 107-yard return. And the Raiders are back within a score. Carlson on for the PAT. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That'll be taken in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10.
Hey, 382, lane 50.
First down, here's Cousins. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On 2nd down, Cousins again. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Black.
Final play of the half. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Bengal, Leon Hall. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Second down, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Frosty Rucker in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Third and long for Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 30 yards there. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
Cousins on first down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. A big play there, Cousins to Thielen, 54 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action, maybe throwing.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Kirk Cousins taking it in. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of...
He'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
694.
On second down, here's Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught at the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 49 yards.
Hey, Purdue! White.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. They dump it off to Lynch. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the two defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Carr to throw on second down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for two. Carr to throw again. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Bengal, Leon Hall. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So that right there was his 2nd pick, but keep in mind, this is a guy who once had a rare 3-interception game in his career.
So what are you saying, that getting 2 in the game, that's like kid stuff for him? That's nothing. He's already done that, right? Been there.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Carr now on 1st down. This is caught at the 8. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Give him 30 yards there.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Carr. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Anthony Barr coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The kick by Carlson is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Yellow, yellow.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
All right, now here we go, oh. Four down, check.
The hook! Ready!
Let's go, line 50, line 50.
Hey, Steamer! Hey, son!
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. The Vikings on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. To throw, Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack of finding his way open and completing the connection.
Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
Here we go.
To the air again. It's Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Bengal, Leon Hall. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Get down! You ready? All right, get set, fellas. Express! Switch up!
Carr now on first down. He'll check this down to Lynch, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Low! Down! You ready? Wide! Check, watch the four. Later 2.
Back to throw. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
694. Low, low, low. 24.
Back to throw. He'll dump it off complete to Lynch. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Carr keeps it on the sneak. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Derek Carr keeping it himself on the quarterback sneak. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go, let's go! Touchdown! Woo! Touchdown, baby! That's what I'm talking about. Woo! Way to start! Woo!
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Monday, down. 180.
Now this time Carl throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Carlson now to kick this one away. And now out comes Minnesota. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raiders are going to win the football game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Monday, down. 180.
Carr going to look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Marshawn Lynch from 3 yards out. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Carr going to throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, 35 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Carlson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a desperation. It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 60 yards. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
180. That's it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going deep here for Bryant. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.